Hello, hello. How are we all doing today? Simulator Gaming, Kieran sending Jack Paul, and Kieran again. Because I said and had to finish the sentence somehow. I've recovered from the crash. I should mention this. The crash we had a couple of days ago, I have recovered from. I took like 5 minutes to fix everything that was broken. And everything is back to the way that it was. I think this shed might be facing the other way now, though. There it is today. Who's excited for the new patch? That new patch looks amazing. There's a smoothing brush. I love my smoothing brushes. Let's get some canola into field 19. Because this needs seeding. I'm doing good, Paul. Glad to hear you're okay, though. You feel a bit silly today? Good thing I'm not an MP. Probably. We're in a good mood today, though. So did we all watch the video from Giants this morning showing off the new terrain brushes? Because that looks exactly... Well, it looks actually better than I expected, I'll be very honest. I wasn't expecting it to basically be a mini GE within the game. So that was a very pleasant surprise. Bacon will kill. What? I mean, if you let a pig kill you, then yes, bacon will kill. In Zips Estancia, currently have it open G. I need to download G and have a look at Estancia, because I'm adamant it's different from 17. You expected it to be 3-point roller. I knew that it would work the way that it works. I wasn't expecting it to be as kind of fleshed out as it is. So it's definitely an improvement over what we got right now. And for people on consoles, it'll be a godsend, because FS17 might be the, or FS19 might be the weird game where a completely blank flat map actually makes it to the mod hub as a make your own map for console. Because that's a thing you can do now. I won't play a completely blank flat map, but you can definitely do it. Where was the video? It's on Giants, the Farming Simulator YouTube page, Jack. It's only, what, 5 minutes long, if even that, and just kind of shows off the terrain brush that'll be in patch 1.2 in detail, and we do have confirmation now that it will be a patch 1.2, as I've been kind of guessing that it would be. Now that, yeah, you got all the trolls who've been saying, oh, we need to be able to fix the terrain, the placeable system's terrible, and now they'll start complaining about the terrain brush that's there with the sole intention of fixing the terrain. Hey, Sylvan, it's not there, are you blind? Possibly. Do I have a link to it anywhere? I don't think I got a link to it anywhere readily available without like starting 17 different YouTube videos and getting copyright claims up the wazoo. So if somebody wants to link it in Discord, feel free. I know Landy linked it in his earlier. Has my dashboard stalled? I think my dashboard stalled. Hey, Rupert. Oh, no, it's not. It's just on a slow update today. So does anybody have a... Hello, Elvinus. Does anybody have like any really amazing plans for the weekend? We're getting close to the weekend now. Does anybody have any plans? My plans are to be lazy. Because my sister's on nights and I basically... I plan on actually getting my room sorted. Because my sister's on nights and I can't really do much. Eye test, new glasses. That's something I need to do in the very near future, is get my eyes checked. Because I'm pretty sure I need a different prescription to the one that I currently have. So, myself and the mother are probably going to go to Specsavers at some point. Be lazy and eat stuff. That's a good plan for like any day of the week, Venus. 10-pin bowling on Saturday. Very nice, 1174. I haven't been bowling in years. Been 3 years, these glasses are a bit past it. 3 years is all? Dude, my glasses I've had. The pair of glasses you see me wear when I actually put them on, they're 11 years old now? 10, 11 years old? The actual frames, the lenses are a bit newer. You're taking me for a haircut, which is more stress. Oh god. Chilling, watching the snooker and the football results. Very cool. Big buzzer out. I am aware of that. Landy screamed it in Facebook this morning. You're blind, you can't find yours. Yeah, mine are in a bag and I can't remember where the bag is. So I need to like go downstairs later on and ask, where the hell's the bag that has like my stuff in it? Because I need my glasses to see. Not really, but I want my glasses in a book that I've been reading. Because it's a very interesting book. Hello, doll. It's called old age. This is true. You weren't lazy this week, you're busy homework and all this stuff, so yeah. You're busy all week, you just want a potato over the weekend. Have I ever thought about a model farm? Yes, and immediately after that thought, the next thought is, God, that's expensive. Also, I have like nowhere I could put something like that. So, I think about it for all of about 30 seconds, then I realize I could just spend that money on my PC. Which takes up a lot less space. You know, that's the way that I kind of think, is like my PC is my baby and that's where my money's going to go first and foremost. When I'm sitting on this field, canola. We're going for like bigger, but yeah, Landy was saying there was something wrong with the windows in the 747. That must be it. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet. We're going for maximum money, so field 20 there is planted in soybeans. Field 19 here is being planted in canola. Just because we really need money on this map. Giants were certainly hiding that news. No, they weren't. The terrain brush is a well-known thing that was coming in patch 1.2. As far as I'm aware, it's been internally called the content patch. Not the bug fix patch, the content patch, because the big news is the terrain brush for Giants and the smaller brush. You didn't know for console? No, big patches are always on all platforms. In fact, I would argue the terrain brush is more useful on console. Hello, Carturix. You were sat in your car, pulled a muscle. Yeah, I can be sat here and my kneecaps will dislocate, so I know that pain. When it's cold weather, my kneecaps have a habit of dislocating at random, which is not comfortable at all and quite painful because I have to relocate them. And there's a quite loud pop. Get a lot of money, make sure to fertilize it. I do plan on fertilizing it. This field doesn't need lime or anything, so this is just going to be a straight fertilizer field, which is nice. We do have the 6M as well, which can take the care wheels if we need, well, if and when it comes to spraying the crop. The only thing I don't have, and I need to double check if weeds are actually turned on, is a weeder. Weeds are turned on, but I've not had any problems with them yet. Yeah, I win that one because my kneecaps are terrible. I've always had problems with my knees. Hey Kirk. Mad train driver, hello. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Let's get the beacon on this thing. Yeah, Reese, I didn't stay on the server after the stream because I usually like run off and do like a million things after the stream, or just like open up a game to chill out. So yesterday I opened up Transport Fever for a little bit, did a bit more on my chill save there, and then I played some Flight Sim after that. What am I doing? Playing Farm Sim. Is Landy going to be live streaming today? I believe so, yes. He's hoping to use the big buds, I believe is his plan. Hey Matty, how you doing today, dude? How's the fill level? Is not good. It'll be fine, I'll survive. Mainly because I got surf fluid. You're gonna stay, but apparently it was your turn to cook last night. Ah, it's a good reason to go. Food is always a good reason to go. Have I seen the Train 2 video? Yes. DVT and leg ulcers. I'm not that unlucky. I've just got bad circulation. I've got terrible circulation. Does Shibu? What on earth are you on about, Kieran? You got a new washing machine and tumble dryer. You know you're an adult when. Hey, Richard. Gammon and chip. Oh, gammon. I like gammon. To be fair, I can't complain. I had steak and Yorkshire pudding last night, so I mean that's very nice. Are they finally in the game on the motto the big buds? Yes, they released today. The 747 does have an issue with the windows where they're a bit wonky, so be aware of that. Hello, Irish. What do I think about the video Giants put up? The terrain brush is a lot more detailed than I'd expected. It's a lot more kind of in-depth than I thought it would be. Because I was expecting something to just be really basic and maybe a bit clunky. But from what I can see, they've just put Giants editor tools in, which is nice. Eating a big doner kebab while watching. I'll take just doner meat and chips, thanks. Even though it disagrees with me now. Not posh enough for pineapple. Use it then. Use what? What am I supposed to use? The big buds. With what money? Get a new keyboard from Lidl, €30 cost you. I got mine from Amazon, it cost 50, and it's probably better quality than the ones from Lidl. Kieran, I have no idea what you're talking about still. Hey, Jack. It's going good. How's it going with you today, dude? Do I still have my sound? Oh, I do still have my soundboard. Can't remember what I put on or didn't put on my Stream Deck since I reinstalled my PC. I really need to go through that and fix everything up so that it looks nice. Good to hear, Jack. Good to hear indeed. This little 3-meter cedar is doing me really well. Like, I know that I probably should have a bigger one. Just for, you know, the sake of having a bigger seater. Has mine got a metal plate and an RGB? Yes. It's also, if I just hit W or the arrow keys here, really bloody clicky. Which is why I don't tend to use it all that much. For streaming, at least. If I was doing StarCraft, oh my god, people would love it. Or like any strategy game, because they could hear the keystrokes. Your one is too? What brand is yours, Farming Boy? Like, what branding is on it? Now I'm curious. That is very click. Yes, yes it is. Mainly because my microphone's like directly over the keyboard. I didn't realize the straw did that. So the straw LOD is set less than the John Deere, so it looks like we've just got a hovering tractor. Silvercrest. Ah, mine's already. Or already. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce the brand of mine. It's one of those cheapo Chinese ones that seems pretty good. We've got budget Ed Sheeran again. The poor man's Ed Sheeran has arrived back on stream to sing us a song. That looks ridiculous. Yours has this finest black web. And then you've got Landy, who's got like a Razer keyboard or something. Yeah, John Deere are really getting into their technology now with the whole hover tractor thing. I don't think it really needs wheels, but oh, Faye, if you get new mouse, get a Logitech G402. It's the mouse that I use. And Landy. And the mouse we were trying to talk Sim into getting. Can you take the keys? Irish, no, that would actually make the clicking louder. The keyboard I have has blue switches, which if you look up the like mechanical keyboard stuff, I can't remember the name of the brand that usually does them. Blue switches are the loudest. Did I see the video of the landing? Yes, that was amazing! They still landed it perfect. He's gonna try and refly the damn thing, Dusty. Like, he wants to see if it'll work. So instead of just saying, "Oh well, that's dead," he's gonna send up an internal mission to test the booster to see if it'll work still. That's typical SpaceX. Just like, well, that didn't go to plan. I wonder what happens if we try it again. It's a bit wet, but maybe if we dry it out, it'll work fine. Who knows? Let's find out. Because, like, if the splashdown booster is just as good as one that's landed on the barge, they might not... Well, they would still need the barges. But they might be able to kind of salvage more boosters than they thought. Especially if it's a failure like yesterday's, where, like, crash lands right near the land. And I was right in guessing that it was a Griffin failure. Yeah, Fahy, always have a spare mouse. I've got 2 or 3 spares knocking around in here. Just in case I ever need a mouse. Just in case this mouse dies, I've got a couple of spares knocking around at all times. Because I've had a mouse failure at like 10 o'clock at night before, and it's just like, well, I'm screwed until morning. I might as well go to bed and or read a book or something, because I've got no mouse now. Also, top tip is to spend a bit of money on a mouse, because the cheap ones you can get in Argos and the like are terrible. I got an Argos mouse before and it barely lasted me 6 months. Like, just don't. Just spend a bit of money. Give your computer some love, get good equipment, and you will appreciate it. Your computer will be happier. Yeah, changing DPI on mice is always annoying. Like, I've got mine set of the DPI that I like so that I don't need to move my hand much. It's just kind of a flick of the wrist to do this. I've just noticed that there's a whooshing sound when I do that. Hang on. Hang on. Music. Stop. There's a whooshing sound when I do this. Listen. That pleases me. Your Razer Naga still going out strong after 4 or 5 years? My mice tend not to last that long because I'm a bit rough with mice. Like the Logitechs have a habit of some sensors inside screwing up and bits wearing down, so they've got kind of a lifetime of 2 to 3 years, maybe 3.5 to 4, but they do wear down and break over time. Which I'm fully aware of, and it's just a thing. You've been very rough with yours the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I can imagine. Sounds like March of the Foot Soldiers. Only works at the back. That did not sound good being rough with mice. Computer mice, Irish. Because I tend to have mine set at a really high DPI, and if I'm getting frustrated with something, I'll just click harder and harder, thinking that'll somehow fix it. So let's... I'm quite enjoying the line that I've created from, I think, cultivating or something. I may have been a hired worker, though. What I do need to do before I get animals, I think, is get a grass field on the go. Finally got 19! Hey, well done, Blage. Already missing mods from 17. Yeah, you'll be like that for a little while. Drive control is probably never going to come back as well, so if you miss drive control, tough luck. You're just going to have to get used to not having drive control. I'm hoping somebody brings out a similar-ish mod. Because drive control is by Upside Down, who is working on a different game right now. He's got other projects that he's focusing on, namely Cattle and Crops, which I think is a mistake, because Cattle and Crops is effectively dead in the water. There's only so much longer that money can last. Should twin narrow duels destroy crops? Yes? Question mark? I don't actually know. You always have yours set to 12,000 once you get used to it. Yeah, that's exactly it, Faye. I always have to have variable DPI mouse that's at least 1200. Because anything lower than like 1200 to 2000 is just like, no. No. It's painfully slow. I'll use 500 if I'm doing, like, I do have like a sniper mode on this mouse, so I can set it to super slow for like really dramatic swoops like this. But I don't like using it. New patch looks promising. Yeah. Giants are, I think Giants are excited for the patch themselves. What is that box on my bed? That is the box from my monitor. Because there's actually a second monitor. The old monitor needs to be put into that, and I need to disassemble bits of it, and I just haven't got around to doing that yet. Because I'm going to be sending the old monitor off for recycling through, I think, Jack and Jill or something like that. And it won't fit into the box as things stand. Because the old monitor is dead. It is just completely dead. With a big black line through the middle of it, it's basically functionally useless. For some reason, annoyingly, my dashboard is running slow at chat today. 12,000? How? What? No, that's too fast. I thought you meant 1,200. I thought you put an extra 0 in by mistake. Why would you want a mouse that sensitive? I'm sorry I sneezed. My mouse has flown across both monitors and into space. Somebody farted down the road. My mouse is now halfway across the monitor. That's too sensitive. Also, with mouse sensitivity set too high, you can actually get a jiggle from just it sensing the material of your mouse pad or whatever. Which is decidedly not good. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Well, I got a feeling there's not many people here who aren't subscribed, because my streams have many regulars. And looking at my analytics this morning, because I did look, YouTube actually isn't, as I thought, as I figured it wasn't, pushing my videos out to new people, which is lovely. YouTube is not doing a damn thing for me. Which maybe means I need to change my tags. Move the mouse about 2.5 inches. You go. No, that's too much. That is too much. Because like I like having my mouse sensitive and light, but not that sensitive. Is pretzel gonna work? Maybe. There's music! Okay, good. I thought pretzel broke. What I'm gonna do while we're going down this line, hopefully I haven't accidentally hired a worker, just wiggle to check. Nope, we haven't hired a worker. I'm just gonna refill my e-cig real quick, because it needs a refill. There we go. Fun fact, by the way, you can tell people who are trained in microbiology because they can open and close containers with one hand. Like if I were to take this, I can just open it with one hand really easily and take the cap off, hold the cap while squeezing it or something. And then just by... Oh, this is a bit awkward because of the nipple. There we go. Just close it back up. Completely closed. Fun little thing. Really useful with drinks bottles. Hey, Jack. Really useful if you get like your phone in one hand and a drink in the other. You can just spin the cap off real quick. Force installed the 1809 update today. Very nice, Yanis. What does the 1809 update actually do? 12,000 comes in very handy in GE too. I would disagree. I find that with GE, I actually usually dump my mouse sensitivity down. Just for precision's sake. That crow just full on face planted and then just stood there as if it meant to do that. It has dark mode for folders, that's the big thing. Ah, okay. I don't particularly care about that. 12,000 DPI nav speed set to... Oh, good lord, no. No, I could never do that with GE again. Nav speed for me goes at highest like 35 to 40. And that's if I want to zip across the map. So we're almost finished with this field. The next thing we need to do, or will need to do, is basically get both fields fertilized, I guess. Also, I do probably want to get a... Do I want to get... I'm thinking now, and this is a bad idea. I do want to get a... pallet fork for the John Deere so that I can stack up the pallets. Blaj, it's 50-50. Building your own is a lot more time consuming. Like, this is a farm manager mode save, which is kind of the medium difficulty as it used to be. And it's much more akin to the old hard difficulty because it's very slow going. Start from scratch is even worse. If you watch the Insanity series, you get to see start from scratch, and I've made it more difficult for myself, granted, in that series, but it's super slow going, and you're basically reliant on contracts in start from scratch. Whereas New Farmer is basically the way the game used to work. So it's up to you. With the Giants maps, I would recommend like experimenting around with them. What video did Farming Sim put up? It's like looking at patch 1.2 or train brush features, something like that. In patch 1.2, it's just looking at the new terrain brush. They're bringing in the upcoming patch, which is apparently very close at hand. I'll be very surprised if they don't release it as a beta first, just to make sure that everything's running smoothly. That video's unlisted for some reason. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not supposed to be out yet. But Landy shared it on his Discord earlier on today, Farming Boy, if you want a link. Yeah, I'm with you there, Fahy. I was expecting something very clunky and basic, not basically GE. Like, that's not too far removed from the way GE works for terrain. It does have a smoothing brush as well, which... Me plus smoothing brush equals very smooth looking maps. Hey Brendan, how am I? I'm doing good, how are you doing? Dagger linked in his community lab. Ah, that works too. You don't have much time to play it, so you'll play a bit unrealistic. Yeah. If you turn on cheat mode, which there's a tutorial on how to turn that on the channel, the old GS cheat money command works. Even in single player, so that might be of interest to you, Blash. May just observed on YouTube. Or they wanted to be Twitter exclusive or something. Cow did have twins last night. Very good indeed. It looks like the fertilizer spreader is already filled with fertilizer, which is nice. When will it come out? Soon, TM. Yeah, Simulator Dave. That's exactly it. Like, the smoothing brush is going to be really useful for maps that maybe release a bit imperfect and have minor terrain issues. I'd still say that the map maker should take care of those themselves, but map makers don't always do what I think they should. So it's nice that, you know, players can tweak maps to their own levels of perfection. Let's just scoot back a bit, scoot forward a bit, forward a bit, forward a bit, forward a bit, forward a bit. There we go. I'm gonna keep the front loader on this because there's no reason not to. Can't always get everything perfect. Exactly. But I mean more stuff like what was the map that I hated because it just resets that mess? The Valley of the Old Farm and stuff like that. The Black Sheep modding maps from 2017 for some reason just released with massive gaping terrain errors. And you know, the terrain brush would be really useful for them. Hey Gab, and Simulator Denmark Gaming. Not to be confused with Simulator Gaming. Or Simulate Gaming. Might need to change the name of Clifftop Farm when the patch comes out. Or you could make the cliff even bigger, 1174. You could like put a cliff in the middle of the farm. Gonna be interesting. Yeah, Sam, I'm kind of with you there. It'll be interesting to see how it's gonna work in multiplayer. But finally, I can fix the ramp that I accidentally created in the server with the silo that I placed. And also, will it work only on terrain that you own? Because it could get very troll-worthy if you can just modify any bit of the map at all. Because you could have somebody just building with the terrain brush giant walls to prevent one farm from leaving. You know, there's the stuff in multiplayer that you really need to think about now. And I know that I just keep finding ways to troll in multiplayer, but that's kind of the way that I think. So how can this be exploited for trolling purposes? Giants hate me. No, they knew what they were getting. They've seen me in the Discord just constantly low-level trolling. That's the thing. Oh god, Faye, you could actually do that, couldn't you? Yeah, that's kind of a thing that I've just realized can be done now, is you can block harvesters on your own farm in multiplayer. Don't know why you'd want to do that on your own bloody farm, but you could. I think at some point I might make a mega field out of these two. Once I've kind of got the yard sorted a bit more. And it'll probably be after the terrain brush at this point. Where I just use the... might even include field 18 in this, because there's a road in between 17 and 18. I'd like to kind of use that as a boundary and just make a mega field here. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do, although I would need a much larger seeder. 3 meters would be a bit ambitious to be using on this size of, or the size of field that I'd like to create. But we'll see how that goes. Hey Jay, how you doing today, dude? Most of that rhymed. so we are coming up to finish with the fertilizing as well, and then I'm screwed. Hey, Dites. Once I'm finished the fertilizing, I'm kind of stuck waiting for the 2 fields over there to grow. How am I doing? I am doing good. How are you doing today, Deutzfar? Just a quick reminder that if you want to support the channel and you don't want to spend money on it through sending a super chat or donation through PayPal, you can just hit the like button. That does help. That tells YouTube that people like what I'm doing and maybe other people would like it too. Helps me out with the algorithms. And it is the single best way to help support the channel. Or you can hit share on social media sites and stuffs. You doing good? Good to hear, Dites. So, I'm unintentionally fertilizing field 18 slightly, I think. No, I'm not. I would like to buy field 18 sometime soon, though. I think that might be the next purchase. I know that well... Oh no, I don't need a bigger harvester now because I got the Rostel mash. Yeah, that might be a good next purchase, field 18. Did I miss that bit of land, or is that just not fertilizable because it was, like, missed when I was harvesting? Let's just blip this over here. No, I just straight up missed it. And I think I missed a bit over here as well somehow. Hey, kid. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you doing today, dude? I did miss a bit there as well. Oh. Right. Next up on the agenda is gonna be tractors, windows are frozen, the stars not getting fuel. You know the solution to that, Yanis. It involves a flamethrower and about 5 minutes. So we've got wheat and barley over here. I would like to get a baler if I could, but it's a bit out of the affordable range, like, right now. That is a really nice screenshot. Hang on. Just taking that as a screenshot right now. So let's fast forward time a bit. Just watch the clouds go by. So I want to try and get these fields fully on the go. Flamethrower through fuel line, good idea. Best idea. It'll completely defrost the tractor. May also set the tractor on fire and maybe explode it, but it'll defrost it. So 100% fertilized, 100% fertilized, 0% weeds. 0% weeds. 50 and 0. And 50 and 0 here as well. That's fine. The RainbowDave method of checking your fields. Zip around at 1,000,000 miles an hour in circles. Just to make sure nothing's going horrifically wrong. 50, 50, 0, 0. Good, good. $100, and $100. This is all going well, but I do notice the crops are conspicuously not bloody growing. Come on, crops, be nice. How's this area over here 51? Hang on, there was an area over here that was 51% fertilized. How the hell did it manage that? What's the actual growth speed set to? Normal. Ah, that's the problem. I'm just gonna save the game here as well, just in case of crash. Still no weeds, which is interesting. We have had a growth blip, so let's just check over here. So these fields can now be sprayed with fertilizer wherever we want to. Ooh! Ooh, 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 the wheat and barley are grown. Hello, Luke. Let's go. See, this is a lot more powerful, I guess, than the... Okay, how do... Enable straw swath. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Harvester on, header down, cruise control on, and away we go. Also, wipe out. And we are harvesting! You found weeds tend to appear 10 PM on this map. Burst your head. Okay, so I need to be aware at 10 PM there's a chance of weeds. That's, I guess, worth knowing. Hello, that noisy gamer. How are you doing today? Fine person. Hello, Agent Smiths. As well. I hate things that are like time locked in games. Like, weeds will only appear at 10 PM. That's not how it works in real life, though. I get that it's a balance thing, most likely, but it's annoying. Hope modders will make English-style animal pens. So do I. The field is a killer for the New Holland. It absolutely murders the bison. That's why I'm harvesting sideways like this. I know that it's not the most efficient way to harvest, but it's the way that's most likely to actually result in me getting up the field in one piece. Because, yeah, Rosselmash doesn't like it either. I'm using whatever the default is, Irish. Hello, Nathan, as well. Also, hi, Massey. A couple times when it was fully grown, you can you can't get rid of weeds once it's fully grown. Which I guess makes sense, but is annoying. I'm kind of annoyed that we're not getting weeds, though, to be fair, because it's like one less job that we need to do. Doesn't even go going sideways. Yeah. This field is just a weird angle. Like, if you've got a small harvester, you're maybe better off just putting it as grass. And I may do that, actually. Just... Like, I may plow these two fields together and just turn it into a grass, giant meadow. Because then I can get silage and stuff going. Which would be pretty cool indeed. Will Giants fix field 17 on Ravenport? Mate, you could probably fix that with the terrain tool they're bringing out. So, probably. Did I ever play hurling? No, my hand-eye coordination is good, but it's not good enough for hurling. Every single time I've tried, it's basically been a case of swing and a miss. Every time I've tried to poke the schlitter. When will this toy come out? What? Toll? Still not with you there, Max. Oh, the tool! The terrain tool! That'll be out in patch 1.2, which is... There's no release date on it other than it's being planned for before Christmas. So I had to read through autocorrect being weird. And the patch will also have bug fixes. I hate autocorrect because it just confuses me. Like, that's definitely a word, but it's not the right word. What word could possibly be meant? I'm gonna have to go up the field now, aren't I? Because I'm not gonna go into the bloody barley field or the wheat field and ruin it. So we'll do the harvest style that I don't like here, which is get the combine stuck immediately trying to go uphill. So the first patch for consoles, yeah, the PC patch that released was for PC specific issues. Strain 2 any picks out. If you go onto Giant's Twitter, Thomas, they have a video out showing the terrain tool in action. And why? What? Oh, bloody heck. The field is at such a wonky angle that the header's actually being raised off the ground and isn't harvesting. Yeah, feel free, Nathan. That's why the server's there. If you guys want to record videos and stuff on the server, feel free. Just, like, make sure and mention that it's my server, not yours. I may have a word with Nitrado as well at some point. What the hell? Santa just went past on a trailer connected to a Bentley. Your Santa is weird, Simulator Gaming. You having problems with recording? Would that be any chance because you're recording in FLV format instead of MP4? Because you can change the format of the recorded files in OBS. And the hell is wrong with this harvester? Hey, NHF. Gonna go to a bit that I know I can harvest over here, because I've not had issues over this side of the field yet. And what the crap? Did it glitch and think it was turned off? How am I today? Very confused. Also, where the hell did I put the trailer? Because I can't remember. Trailer. Shouldn't be that difficult to find a trailer, should it? You'd think it wouldn't be, but I have no idea where it went. Oh, there it is. Why did I put the trailer over there? Why is it over there? That is a completely nonsensical place for the trailer to be. Team CC, it's running a lot of GPUs at 100% because there's so much going on. Ah, Nathan, yeah, that's your computer just not being able to handle it then. Unfortunately, that's a thing that can happen. Especially with newer games. Hey, Rich Cohen. Mr. Goblin, hello. Do Giants have a license for all John Deere stuff? It's yes and no. They have the license to make only the John Deeres that are in game. However, if a modder were to create, let's say for example's sake, a John Deere 7530 tractor, despite the fact that Giants don't technically have the license to it, it can go on console just fine because Giants have the right to the John Deere name. They have the license to the name John Deere, so that's kind of a weird little blip in the way that the licenses work for Farm Sim, kind of specifically. And this is still not harvesting that. Okay. How am I frustrated with this bloody harvester is how I am. Treating yourself to an Asus Orion 3000 in the next few weeks. That might not be much better than your current... What the crap? This is the worst combine. Okay, we are, in theory, actually harvesting some wheat right now. Some barley, even. Look at the mess that the game has made me make of this field. Okay. Okay. Different crop type? No, it's all barley. This field is all barley. Like if I zoom in on field there is a small patch of wheat. But 99.9% of this field is barley. It's just that the headers seemingly causing some issues. Try coming from the top of the hill down. I've tried that and it didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a little wedge here and try coming from the right hand side of the field here to the left and see if that makes a difference. It's likely a terrain issue causing this, because it happens fairly often with combines, but it's a bloody frustrating one. Of all cars, they chose a Bentley. It's because Bentleys look nice. What's a C64? Commodore 64, Mr. Goblin. And assuming it's still working, yes it is. Great! Let me grab this. If you want to win one of these, which is a actual Commodore 64 edition of Farming Simulator, boxed. Only 500 of these exist. They do have an actual Commodore 64 cartridge in them. In this box, there is an actual Commodore 64 cartridge, which will work on the modern remakes of the Commodore 64. It will also work apparently on a Commodore 128. If you are one of the rare people to have one of those. What does it do? That command will give you the link to enter a giveaway. I've got 2 copies of this to give away. Only 500 exist with the actual cartridge. Only 500 Commodore 64 cartridges of Farming Simulator exist in the world, and I'm giving away 2. And I know the location of 9. Because 3 are right here in this room with me. 3 more are in Simulate's room. And the final 3 that I know the 100% location of are in Virtual Farmer's room. We each have 3 to give away. We'll each have 3. We're keeping 1 each. But 2 each are being given away. And by the way, if you don't have a Commodore 64, you can still enter because there is a CD-ROM that does have an emulated copy of the game as well, complete with complete with emulator. So you get the game and an emulator on a CD, as well as a user manual written by Lizartan. And yeah, Commodore 64 is a PC/console. Where's the link? !C64, Nathan. Nightbot will throw it in for you. So let's see if it wants to work this way. It does! Hooray! We can actually finish harvesting the field. Assuming Nightbot wants to work today. You can enter, there's lots of different ways to enter. Yeah, the Commodore 64 was like the original console that pretty much everybody had. It's basically the 80s version of a smartphone. Between that and the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Or stuff like that. Yeah, it's the birth of PC gaming, basically. And Giants made a game for Commodore 64 for some reason. If you remember, in April, they announced the Commodore 64 edition of Farm Sim. Hey, Stocko! That's a pleasant surprise. I need to check if it's the real you, because if it is, you're getting a spanner thrown your way. Oh good lord, it actually is. I have a spanner. That's something I wasn't expecting to see. Also, now I can actually fix my... There we go. Now I can actually see the stream playback. How's that for novel, YouTube? Maybe don't break it again. Best offer. Oh dear. That line went a bit wrong. Anyone recommend Boulder Dash for the C64? I've never played 60... Well, I'd say I've never played C64 games. The only game I've ever played on Commodore 64 is Farm Sim. Of all the games that ever existed on Commodore 64, the only one I've ever played is Farm Sim. Which just... What is my life? Yeah, good luck to everybody's entered. I looked last night and there were 57 people entered with like 500 entries total, because I gave everybody like 10 different ways to enter. But it is effectively a raffle, which is really nice. Ooh. Come on. Spinny roundy. Behave. There we go. No, oh, that's gone wrong. Why does this field hate me so? This field is going to be an absolute mess by the end of this. Do I remember you? Yes, I do, Mr. Goblin. Look at what the game's made me do so far to this poor field. No! Stop this nonsense, please. What happens if I go in at a jaunty angle? Will you work now? No, you just don't. What happens if I try a different jaunty angle? Like this jaunty angle. Okay, you want to harvest at this jaunty angle. We'll go with this jaunty angle. This one works. What's cheat money? GS cheat money. Capital C, capital M. Yeah, no! Look at... Oh my god. This field is getting converted to grass. Because... Like, I am not gonna try and bale... ever... a field that looks like this. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm trying to harvest and the game's just throwing random junk at me instead. It's like, no, you can't harvest going left. You also can't harvest going right. But if you turn 3 degrees to the left and then spin around 3 times in a circle anti-clockwise while screaming the French national anthem in German, then you can harvest. Command not found. No, it works. We can sell this off at the grain mill. Where is the grain mill? Oh, it's off up there, okay. Field is jealous because he can't enter the giveaway. I don't know what's wrong with the field, but there's definitely something wrong with it. Maybe it's because it's Thursday. Hey Kai, I'm good. How are you? Oh no! No, don't start driving it! What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, I've just smashed into a tractor. He's moved. Let's go. I think the combine's letting me know the tank is getting full before it is. I mean, maybe. The game is just being mean to me now. So it's up to the end of this road. I mean, there's a giant green lightsaber into the sky, but I still need to check the minimap to make sure that I was actually going in the right direction. Sign! I missed one. There we go. Hit and run, Dave. Well, I passed him again, so... That was impressive. Oh, dear. I enjoy how some of the signs just do really dramatic flips when you hit them. Like, this is why I keep hitting them, is like, if they were boring and just flopped over, I wouldn't hit them as much as I do. When they do really dramatic flips and spins and stuff, then, like, I'm gonna hit them because they entertain me. Let's sell off the barley here. And money! Look at the money. Good to hear you're doing good, Kai. What time is it? I'm not a murderer. They're doing gymnastics for me. That one's just a jaunty ankle now. Imagine the pickup at 70 miles an hour. They possibly would go into space, yes. See, that one was boring. That was maybe a 2 out of 10. Another 2, and I missed that one entirely. Ravenport, Felsbrunn, or Estancia Pacho. They're all quite good maps, actually, NHF. I didn't think I'd ever say that about Estancia. I thought that was just lost without a cause, but no, I quite like Estancia La Pacho in Opus 19 now. It's one of the big surprises of the game for me is Estancia La Pacho. Or Estancia La Pacho actually looks good and plays well. Hey, Yuso, hard worker. I kind of don't mind going down on Giants for the maps at times, because it's like, especially with Estancia, that was just bad in FS17. It was just bland and boring. 19, it's still kind of bland, but for a Giants map, it's kind of above average, I guess. Based on the last 2-3 games, anyway. Rainport's definitely your favourite. I'm quite liking Felsbrunn. Ever heard of MN Millennium? That guy, yes. The guy whose name that I just keep getting tongue-tied with. Yes, I've heard of him. Hello, Yuso. How's Dave today? Dave is good. How is Yuso today? You gonna harvest in this direction? You're gonna harvest! What a novel idea from a combine harvester. This field is a mess. I'm so glad that I don't have a baler and I'm not going to be trying to clean this mess up. Giants need to hire Oxygen David for their maps. No, they really don't, Nathan. Giants are capable of making stunning maps. It's just that the way that they have to make maps, if Oxy had the same limitations, he'd make probably quite similar maps. Your cooking kind of... How did your cooking kind of fail, Yuso? How much fire was involved? How much unintentional fire was involved? Because maybe there was some intentional fire. Thought it'd be a fun idea. Yeah, it's cool to do like realistic farming on some maps. Sometimes it can get really boring, but sometimes it's actually quite fun to do it. Oh god, this poor field. I actually feel sorry for this field. It's like, look at what it's caused. Look at what's happened to this poor thing. Can I zoom in on the fan on the combine? There you go, Dusty. I don't know why you wanted the fan zoomed in on, but it zoomed in on the fan. Hey, Farmer Campion. Let's actually see where I'm going before I can go back to the fan. Have you seen what you wanted to see? Because I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to see here. Unless there's another fan that I've somehow missed. No. It looks more like it's a cleaner of some description than an actual fan because of the speed that it's going. Looks like a sweet... Oh my god, it does! I know the sweets you're talking about, Dusty. It does, actually. Is that my only fan? Yes. Looks like somebody just drunk harvested a field. Pretty much! No fire. Oh. That's the disappointing way of fail cooking. I mean, I fail cooked sausages once and there was quite a lot of fire. It's a sweeper. Yeah! I knew there was a word for it and I was like, air filter majiggy cleaner. Which I figured wasn't the correct word. But that was the word that I invented for it. Combine looks so compact. It is a small combine. Like, it's only got, I think, a 4 or 5 meter header. But it's all you really need for, like, 90% of fields. It's not much bigger than the TX34. Or a TX32, even. Your friend almost burnt the school down last week in cooking. See, that'd be more like my style of failing. It's just like, if you're gonna fail, fail big. Like, if you're gonna fail, set a frying pan on fire. I've actually done that before. By the way. I have actually set a frying pan on fire before while trying to cook sausages. Apparently there is such a thing as too much oil. Went to a mixer yesterday, got back at 2 AM on a school night, so you're knackered today. Yeah, that's not a good idea, Massey. Burnt butter and work one day, had to close the kitchen for the night. GG Irish. Have a fire extinguisher handy. Well, this was out in the middle of the woods, so all we did, when I was in Scouts, and the response was basically to put a saucepan over the top so the fire couldn't get anywhere, and to starve it of oxygen. which did work eventually. There were a couple of random flare-ups after that, because apparently I'd managed to hit the flash point of the oil just perfectly for it to just keep catching fire. I'm not a very good cook. No, I am now, but I wasn't back then. So leave that fire in the ceramic hob, then proceed to turn the hob on. Oil and plastic as far as the eye can see. Ooh, yeah. Not a good idea, 1174. I did once also cook a pizza with, you know, that little plastic tray that they come on. I left that on by mistake. And that melts quite well. Unfortunately. That was a very ruined pizza. Does this need plowing or anything? It doesn't. Do I just get the plow in here so that we can forget this mess ever happened? I'm feeling like we get the plow in here so that we can forget this mess ever happened. So, just run away very quickly with the armor track, and I'll get the plow in on the back of the deer. Then we can clean up the mess and forget that it ever happened, and then seed it in grass. Which, granted, I don't have a mower or anything that can deal with grass right now, but that's a problem for later when I need to get some grass. The field looks depressed. It really does. You think I should cheat in a baler? I mean, I could. I could just cheat money in the money for a baler. This is the joy of cheat mode. I mean, actually, the joy of cheat mode is this. That's a future Dave problem. I'll leave it to future Dave to figure out the solution, and when future Dave is figuring out the solution, he can curse past Dave, which present Dave currently is for the stupidity of what present Dave is going to be doing as past Dave in the future. To annoy future Dave. Did that make any sense to anybody? See you, TMCC. I don't think that made sense to anybody at all, but I definitely said words. Bonk. Bonk. Ooh, I've got a friend. I've run over my friend. I've run over my friend quite badly. Hey, Barkan. Joshua, hello. Ooh, no. I have no idea what I just said, Jag. What would I pay for a good PC? As much as it cost. Or as much as I could afford. Which isn't much right now. What keyboard should you buy? A good one. Ideally like a mechanical keyboard, because they tend to last a bit longer than rubber dome keyboards, and they tend to have slightly better performance. Words were said, but I'm not sure any of it was in. Yeah, pretty much. You guys know me and my weird, like, little rants of nonsense at this point. Like, I will sometimes just go off on completely nonsensical tangents. Don't like FS19. No, I hate it. I'm never gonna play it. Not once. I refuse to play FS19. I love it, Josh. It's so much better than 17. Yes, there are bugs and there are problems, but... It's 2018! Games released with bugs and problems! Would a laptop be grand to play FS on? A gaming laptop? Yes. Bog standard one? Not so much. Never known me to do that. Sure, VF. A white one, it is a mechanical. Why white? No! Oh god, no. Never buy white things for your PC. Black. Black is the color of PC equipment. Everything I buy for my PC must be black. Because white annoys me. It shows up dirt too easily. Like, black, sure you can see dust on it, but it doesn't show up that easily. Well, I'd say more kind of a beigey cream would be retro VF. Let's get the John Deere and clean up the mess we made in the other field first. Yeah, Massey, that's exactly my argument, is like, any speck of dirt is clearly visible on a white piece of equipment, whereas on black or even grey, it's really actually quite difficult to see dirt all that well. Double dare you to make a big cloud of smoke from a vape. No, because that burns out coils really quickly, and coils are quite expensive. I don't have many spares. Hence why you might notice that I kind of sometimes bung off big clouds and sometimes I like bung off like no cloud at all. It is the Testro something something something. Let me just there we go, it's morning. What vape do I have? Yes, I scratched all the branding off it. I kind of like it being silver because it looks sleek, so I scratched all the branding and paint off it. Because it's made out of aluminium, it's not going to rust. So I'm just going to do like a couple of headlands here. Buy it, GD, because I like having nicotine in it, and I don't trust myself like dosing nicotine properly. So it's a lot safer and easier to buy pre-made. Also, I don't want to mess around with what's it called? What's the hell's the name of the ethylene glycol? Propylene glycol, even. I don't want to mess around with that. That can be quite dangerous. So I'm just going to do a couple of headlands here so I don't bop into the John Deere when it's finishing up. Look at the John Deere cleaning the field. You'll never ever smoke. You shouldn't ever smoke. Or even vape. Like, I know that I vape, but it's PGVG. Mine has... Oh, it does have vegetable glycerin. Also food flavorings. I didn't know it had food flavorings in it. What? Why did you just poop out a small bit of straw there? Can you get vapes without nicotine? Yes, but you shouldn't vape, quite honestly. It's not healthy. Big one's gone, two small ones, bought an MP. Thank you, Carturix. Could you do the same with cultivators, actually, if you're still on the server? If not, I can do it later. You know that? Yeah. I'm not going to give people advice on like how to vape or whatever, because it's not something that I would encourage people to do. I know that I do it, but do as I say, not as I do. Is really a good motto for that kind of situation. What flavor am I on? It's literally called tobacco. It's literally called tobacco flavor, Nathan. I don't like the fruit flavored ones. They're not a good thing for me at all. You just started a cotton farm save on a stanchion. Oh, good lord, no. You get me a keyboard and mice. Thank you very much, Yuso. You've been off it now for 13 years. Tobacco has a flavor. Yes, it does, Massey. One of the reasons that I suggest you don't ever vape is like you don't want to find out what things like that taste like. But yeah, do as I say, not as I do on the vape front, because sure, it's trendy and whatnot, but I don't do it for trends. I do it because it's, you know, it's a quit smoking aid. I need to remember what milligrams this is and start trying to cut down. I think it's 12 I'm currently on. Need to start trying to get like 8 milligrams on now. So if I can get down to 8 or less milligrams per mil, then the next step will be just tobacco flavor, nicotine free, so that I can start quitting the vape entirely. Yeah, it's better to have like no garbage in your system whatsoever, Yanis. Like I can do without this thing entirely if I really forced myself. But it's kind of a crutch at times, and that's not a good thing for it to be. Yeah, I could do entire streams without a single puff if I really pushed myself, but I wouldn't be in the greatest of moods. So if there comes a time where I take a week off streaming, it's because I'm actually giving up the vape and nicotine as a whole, so be aware that there might be a week where I just, like, put out videos where I may sound a bit angry, because that'll be me, like, actually just going through withdrawal and whatnot from nicotine. Because I do need to, like, stop all of that for my own health and sanity. And I guess social reasons too, because yeah. Hey, Farmer05. A whole video spoken through gritted teeth. Pretty much, Dusty. I mean, the people who have quit smoking in here will know what it's like to give up nicotine, and yeah, not fun. Do I find that I vape more when drinking? I don't drink, Nathan, so no. I vape more while streaming, actually. That's kind of a weird thing that I do, is when I'm streaming I vape more than usual. Am I having frame rate issues? I am, you know. This is the first time I've been sub 60. It's probably because I've got just a lot going on in these two fields. You climb the walls free. Yeah. It's not fun. But it's something that needs to be done. I go through about 25 mils a week, Nathan, so I'm not that bad. But I also don't, like, vape lord and just make huge clouds, because that ruins... Well, number one, it wastes a lot of juice, and number two, it just ruins coils. I'm not one of these guys who like mod their e-cig or whatever to get bigger vape clouds. I'm one of these guys who actually uses it for a purpose, which is seemingly rare. If I cut down the trees above field 20, I'll get about 50 grand. Yeah, why would I want to? Well, that's 50 grand set right there. Oh, I might then. What happens if I chip them into wood chips, Doits? Have you worked out how much it'd be worth if I just made them into wood chips? Because it's easier. Yeah, big clouds just murder coils. Because you're overheating the coil and ruining the everything. Your coils last about 4 weeks. Mine lasts about the same, but it's down to wear and tear that I replace them, because they start giving a burnt flavor to everything. And you haven't worked that out, because I'm gonna, if I do come down, I'll wood chip them. I'm the same opinion, Dusty. It's like, why is this a trend? It's like, come on, it's intended for a purpose. And actually it's beginning to be recommended for the purpose, which is nice. Hello, Simulate! This game is on Android, yes. Did you like the picture I put into Facebook earlier? Into the Idiots in Space. Was it Idiots in Space I put the picture in? Good day! That has become my own yes, the Oblivion one. That's become my own personal meme. Like, I don't care if nobody else gets it. I find it hilarious. Where'd I put the trailer? Trailer! I need you to be filled up with some wheat. Last scientist said we could have been visited by aliens already. Odds are if there are aliens, if they do exist, which I believe they do. Although not like E.T. phone home aliens, just like weird things that we'd never even expect to see that exist on other planets. Odds are they're either not intelligent, or bacterial-based life forms, or they visited us, sure, but they've done the same as we've done to most planets and just observed from a distance. If I get the lift heavy things mod, it is easy. Yeah, but I don't want to get a mod to do it. Do I have the gator? Yes, I do. Well, that's exactly it, Sim. Like, what's to say that an intelligent alien isn't just a giant octopus of some description? With, like, huge eyes and 17 different claws. Brandon Adams, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Am I playing on PC? Yes, with Xbox controller, because I am lazy and I haven't set my wheel up yet. That's exactly right, Nathan. Like, the most likely situation is they're actually silicon-based life forms. You hate the horns? I hate the horn sounds on most vehicles. The old pickup is an exception because that's got a cucaracha horn, which I love. I do love me novelty horns. They are funny and entertaining. That's also true, Jack. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Wait, is this even the best place to sell wheat? I'm really glad I checked, because this is the worst place to sell wheat. I almost wasted quite a lot of money. If I just follow this road around, we'll get there. Oh boy, that would have been a really dumb mistake to make. I believe there's life on Mars, but we did find a lot of streams. Odds are, if there is life left on Mars at this point, that it is bacterial. And Pretzel's being mean to me again. There we go. Probably should have the beacon on because we're on the road. Might be an idea. What the hell kind of road is this? I may have been faster actually going up the really windy road. Do I do animals? Not yet, but I plan on doing them, Brandon. This is a farm manager save, and I'm kind of struggling with it a bit, which is nice. It's not nicer than just having infinite money always. I do have money cheats available, but I'm choosing not to use them. I've found a oh no, I've killed my friend. Ooh, that one did a ping. I picked up a new friend. New friend! We have a friend. Look at our friend. Can I pick up one for the other side? No. Oh, we've just run over our friend. Friend is dead. Whoa, that one did a launch. Hey, Jamie. And Tom as well. Did I take the €5 back? It's not going to make much difference, Dusty. Hello, Sideways. How am I? I'm good. How are you? For those of you who haven't seen it, we're about to come up on a really cool Easter egg, which I'm zooming out for so that you can see it nicely appearing in front of you. It is the Giant Software logo in weeds outside the port, which is a really nice little Easter egg the Giants popped into the map. Accounts are going to be busy putting the sign back. Yeah, they love me. I give them constant work. The sign makers love me too, because they get constant work making new signs to replace the ones I keep running over. Am I? I'm good. How are you today, Sideways? Dang it. Hey, Medef. No wonder tax is so expensive. Yes, I am the sole cause of all of the tax in Felsbrunn. Just me. I mean, the council absolutely love me. They've been able to raise taxes 5 times since I started 2 weeks ago. You're normally in the air above the roundabout. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to just chill out at low speeds than to go rushing around the map, because you see some really cool things. Like signs flying. Or, you know, flopping onto the side of the track. Oh, never mind. flopping onto the side of the tractor and then getting blasted into space. Can I get this sign before... nope. I didn't want to hit the pole there. I seriously don't like those signs. I mean, I don't mind them, but they just look a bit angry, and I'm just trying to give them hugs with the tractor and trailer. I'm just giving them very powerful hugs into space. Really glad that the train wasn't there, because I didn't bother checking. Is this 2 signs or just the 1? 2 signs! Ah! That one just decided I'm out of here. Oh, that one decided similarly but didn't quite get the air. Getting one to... oh my god, now I gotta try and get one to land in the trailer. And unfortunately, because I'm now on rough ground in an armor track, it's not... I'm not getting very good speeds up. So let's just cut across the road here. Here's another sign. Let's see if we can get it into the trailer. No. I've clearly been through here before because one of the other signs is over already. Hey Brian, long time no see indeed, dude. We're currently trying to launch signs into the trailer using only the tractor. Which is probably a dumb idea, but it's me, so meh. Ooh, 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 oh. Welcome to RainbowDave Gaming, where we play stupid games for stupid prizes. I've heard Prodigy's new song. No, I have not. My name is Dave, and my favorite hobby is sign knocking. What is sign knocking, Dave? Well, it's when I drive a tractor around and just hit every sign I see. Why do you do this? Because it's funny? Do not think it might be vandalism, but it's funny, it can't be. And what do you think of the poor council workers who have to go out and fix the signs that you keep knocking over? I keep them in work because I don't see many other people knocking signs. I am prime sign knocker. They keep thanking me. They keep thanking me for knocking over all the signs. It's like unplugging electric cars. Oh, can I get this sign before the truck blocks it? No, 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 nope. There must be more signs up here somewhere. Hi, my name's Dave and I'm a signaholic. What on earth is a signaholic? It's a person who just likes running over signs. Sign! Why is that truck a Kia? It has a Kia grill. Probably because Kia don't make trucks and therefore can't give out to Giants too much about making a truck a Kia. Or look like one. Yeah, no warning for absolutely anything anymore, GD. Everybody's just gonna get horrifically lost and hit everything. More signs. Signs for the sign god. And in today's episode of Dave Knocks Down Far Too Many Signs, Dave is knocking down signs again. Surprising absolutely nobody. You see, the difference is, Nathan, is that these are German signs, so they're efficiently replaced after a lot of bureaucracy. And at least 7 spreadsheets worth of arguments for and against replacing signs. But they all happen in one day. Way punted. Wait, this is the biogas plant. This is not the port. This is not where I want to be right now. Oh, signs. I've missed everything. Signs. Signs. Also a car. They're still waiting for the insurance claim to replace the sign. Maybe. Signs. Friends. Gone. Signs do not make good friends. Hey, Martins. That's no sign. That's some poor guy's car. That could be the end of a really weird joke. So I said to him, "That's no sign. That's my car." Have I done all the big bud yet? No. That car has signs isn't on the map. Oh, you could just imagine that, me chasing a rally car around the map. Come back, Carlos. Your name has signs in it and I must hit signs. This is my life now. Sign. I think I need a map made for me that's just entirely signs for me to knock. Because I quite enjoy the physics of the signs falling over. Yeah, Sam, what's wrong now? Someone needs to go to Signs Anonymous. I missed one. There's a sign that I didn't hit. There it goes. Yeah. Got it. You can't do it with signposts, Nathan. It doesn't work. Although signposts or lampposts can actually knock over challengers. Definitely have sign phobia. This is my new form of entertainment for myself during streams, is just figuring out weird ways to get signs to fly. There's a sign behind the bottom. That one's safe because it's got a barrier. And it's, oh my god, MLG, no. Dude, that's terrible. Tom, that is kind of an own issue with chickens. You can't have anything too close to them, including yourself. Hello, James. Let's get this around here, like that. There we go. Perfect. Signs. Signs! Signs. This is the dumbest hobby I think I've ever had. Be an uprising of signs and they rebel against me. I bet you got that one wrong, MLG, because it said to work out your X. And that's just not possible. Dumbest glance, absolutely. Yeah, it is actually probably impossible to get one into the trailer. GD. However, it was fun trying. How's the John Deere doing with the plowing over there? Pretty good. Can I, like, afford something fun? Like, maybe a silo? No. Decidedly not. I can't afford a silage bunk. No, I can't. Oh, wait, maybe I can. I cannot. No, I can't. I can't. No, Dave. Look at the money again. I could afford the doghouse, but the dog's still broken. You should level every sign in the place. I mean... Can I do this? No. Oh. Let's follow the John Deere here real quick. Meow. 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 Helper F is blocked by an object. Yes, it was me. Actually, can I afford something actually vaguely useful? Can I afford more? 17? No. How about a weeder? No. 14,000 doesn't buy you much in Farm Sim, does it? Can I afford a bigger seed? No, I can't. I can only just afford the seeds that I have now. Yes, you could, MLG. Can I afford anything of any use? I could afford another trailer, which I don't know what I'd use it for. But I think that is going to do it for today, guys. I'm going to leave it here because I want to do a bunch of stuff that doesn't involve me playing Transport Fever and forgetting everything that I need to do. I could lease stuff, Martin, yeah, but it's much cheaper and better to just own it straight out. I'm going to leave the stream here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, even. And if you haven't done so yet, exclamation mark c64 in the chat. You can enter a draw to win one of two of these. The Commodore 64 edition of Farming Simulator. Giving two of these away. They do have a Commodore 64 cartridge as well as a CD that you can use with your PC to emulate the game. So if you've got a Commodore 64, you can actually use this to play it on Commodore 64. But until next time, stay safe and goodbye.